Hi everybody, welcome. So in this video we'll take a look at how to upload data into Amazon S3. So S3 is Amazon's simple storage service. It is the starting point where you can upload your data. It is the main location where Amazon recommends you upload your data for any kind of analysis that you want to do. So how does S3 work? So basically in S3 you have to create buckets. A bucket is a place where you can store data folders and files. So let's go ahead and create a bucket. And for starters, we can just use all the standard features. I'm not going to set any fancy features here. I do need to give a name for my bucket. Now the bucket name has global scope. So it has to be unique within the global namespace. And there are some other rules like it must begin and end with a letter or a number, valid characters are these, and so on. So we'll follow all these rules, and I'm going to create a bucket. I'm going to start with some with a name that is not likely to be taken by another bucket anywhere on AWS. Okay, so something like this, and I can scroll all the way down and just choose create bucket, and that ends up creating my bucket for me. So here it is. Here's the bucket. So now if I want to import data into this, so I have a file here called tripdatashort.csv. So I can click inside this bucket of mine, and I can go and just drag and drop this file into my bucket, and I can hit the upload button on the bottom right corner, and that will result in my file getting uploaded into the bucket, and there it is. So now if you click inside the bucket, you will see that your file has been uploaded. You cannot read this file by just clicking on it inside the bucket. The bucket is only for storage. It doesn't let you read the contents of a file. For that, we'll have to use other tools like BigQuery or some other tool. So now what if your file is kind of large? Okay, because this is just 15 MB, and you saw that it did take a finite amount of time. So if it's like a really large file, then how do you upload that? And sometimes these files are available on the internet. So for this, I'm going to take advantage of some files that are available on the New York City Taxi and Limo Commission website. So this makes available trip data for taxis that have, basically all taxi trips that have taken place year after year, month after month. Okay, so we're just going to go with, say, January 2025 yellow taxi trip records. Okay, so supposing you want to get this data into your bucket. So how do you do that? I guess you could download this file and then onto your local machine and then drag and drop it into your bucket. But what if these files are really huge? So you don't even want to make that round trip. You don't want to download the file to your local machine at all. You just want to be able to take this link and import this link into your bucket. So how do we do that? So a quick way to do that is, if you notice, there is something called a CloudShell on the bottom left corner of your AWS screen. So just click on that, and so I'm just going to clear this, and it's just a temporary computer that is made available to you by AWS. So what you can do in that is you have to import this file from the internet into this CloudShell. So one way to do that is you can right click on the URL of the file that you want to import, copy link address, and you can go back to the CloudShell and say wget control V, and that command basically imports this file. It's a Parquet file which is optimized for data storage. It's like a CSV, but it has a different structure. So you have to wget. Wget is a Linux command or Unix command that imports CSV, like URL contents into the current folder. So that's why I'm using wget, and then wget followed by the URL of the data that you want to import and hit enter. And that will quickly result in the data getting downloaded. And once it is downloaded into your CloudShell, from here you can upload this into your bucket. So the way you do that is by using a command that kind of looks like this. So you have to basically use AWS S3 CP. So AWS S3 basically is the invocation that says, okay, now I want to upload this data to S3. So I'm using the S3 utility. Okay, so AWS S3 and CP stands for copy, or I could use MV for move. MyData.csv is, you know, the name of your local file, which in this case I'm going to change it to yellow trip data. I'm just going to put a star, and that will basically take all the yellow trip data. All files that end with yellow, that start with yellow, will be included in this. I know there's only one file like that right now, and that is this file right here. So I can put yellow star, and I can basically then put that into my destination folder, which I'm going to now go over here and copy this bucket name, and just paste it over here, put a /. So AWS S3 move my local file, which I just downloaded using wget, to S3 : // and then your bucket name. So this bucket name will be different for you depending on what you name the bucket as, and hit enter. And if you do that, then very quickly the file has been moved into your bucket. So let's just see if it has been moved into the bucket. I'm going to go into the bucket and hit refresh. And sure enough, yellow trip data 2025-01.parquet has been moved into your bucket.